Hello, everyone. My name is Bruce Douglas. I am Program Director for the Healthcare Data and Analytics Association. Welcome to HDAA Insights, a conversation about careers in healthcare analytics. In this series, you'll hear from the people who actually perform and manage the work. Our panelists represent a cross-section of organizations from around the country: academic medical centers, integrated health systems, physician practices, and community health groups. They represent a variety of roles, from engineers, analysts, and data scientists to managers and chief data officers. Today in this series, we're going to focus on a day in the life of healthcare analysts. And we started to kind of bleed into this a little bit. So we talked a little bit about the technical skills, the technology and the technical skills that we value. What about the softer skills? Those of you who have been in the game for a while or even for a little bit, or what softer skills do you see being important for a healthcare analyst? What types of personalities do you think work best?
I can start on this one. Critical thinking skills are really essential. I don't know if that even, could we consider that a soft skill? It is essential for somebody in analytics to be able to continually ask the question, why, to truly make sure that they understand and are thinking about things from many different angles. I would also say that communication skills, both written and verbal, are really important because we essentially act in many ways as a go-between between the data sources and the people who have questions that they're trying to answer. And so you need to be able to translate in both directions. And I think just, sort of along the lines of continually asking why is to have curiosity and really want to help the people that have those questions. So really sort of a service mentality in that way, because we are here to serve a function and to help the rest of the organization understand and do their jobs better.
I'll give one. This may not be relevant to anyone else, but a kind of softer skill that I've had to work on, still working on, is the organizational picture skill. At least in my environment, the lines between the IT department and the analytics department, which is just me, very muddy, very unclear how we should be working together, how we should be sharing work and who does what. So there's been a lot of negotiation of, organizational structure, which to me is definitely a softer side of the skill.
Dan or Janae, you want to weigh in?
Sure, I can go ahead. I'd say patience. A lot of this stuff, and I like Bruce, you mentioned that it's a lot of really cool, neat data. It's an overwhelming amount of data. The variety of processes that are tracked and modeled, almost completely different businesses, right? Running a physician's office is almost nothing like running an OR. So there's a enormous domain of information and knowledge, and nobody has the experience and the expertise in all of it. And folks can be intimidated and sometimes frustrated by it. So you need to be able to be patient, be able to listen, folks, ask good questions to understand what they're really looking for. Sometimes have a thick skin, because folks can get frustrated with the system, get frustrated with the available data, and it's just a hard job. It's not necessarily your fault. So being able to roll with the punches. eye for talent, I think is good. Being able to identify and recognize when people are talented, and then of course communication. It's all about communication. I talked about all these other technologies, but the only technologies I really use are, you know, phone and email, and face to face in person. That's everybody who works with me gets to do the cool programming stuff. I don't get to do it nearly as much as I would like.
Yeah, piggyback off of all you all. We look for all of that. We look for communication skills, critical thinking skills, but we're really big on teamwork. We work together as a team. We definitely look for people who can work individually, but when we can come together and work as a team and complete a project, it boosts our morale up. So that's what we look for.
Yeah, and I wanted to reinforce Dan's point. What I would tell people at Emory is be prepared to show your work. You know, your deal, you know, doctors at their heart are scientists, and they're very curious people, and they're very smart people. And they, particularly if you're delivering anything that smacks of bad news to them, they're going to question it. And consider that a positive and not a negative. And have a thick skin, and realize that you're going to, if you show somebody a dashboard, they're not going to take it at face value. You really need to understand what's underneath those pictures.